Well, that was a result, wasn't it? Wow. Surprising, maybe not so surprising of a result. Kind of maybe a little unexpected, but maybe not because, one team just came off playing a game 7 the other night, and the other team came off of a sweep, so they've had over a week off. So that might have, who knows? That could have played something into the result tonight. But wow, that crowd at Madison Square Garden, whoo, brother, they got something cooking. They really got something cooking here to the New York Rangers. So, of course, it's Vasilevsky and Shesterkin. They're the starters. Of course, they always are. And it starts out it definitely did not start. It definitely did not start out well for Vasilevsky. And it wouldn't get any better throughout the game. At 1:11 of the first period, it's Kreider from Zibanejad and Vetrano. That gives the Rangers a 1-0 lead a little over a minute into the game. So right there, they're like, hey, we're here. We've come to play. And Tampa, they're having to find a way to respond. And they eventually do respond. At 7:18, it's Stamkos from Ruda and Cirelli. So that ties the game at 1. And we're thinking, okay, this could be good. We didn't necessarily we thought this would be a goalie battle, not basically a version of the Western Conference game 1. Definitely did not exactly expect that. But it's 1-1 after the first, so we're thinking, okay, we're going to be in for a good period or a good game, and the second period starts, end-to-end action. The Rangers, my goodness, in that second period, it literally looked like, even the 5-on-5 play, it looked like a power play for the Rangers. Tampa they couldn't get the puck no matter what they did. Most of the play is in Tampa's zone, and the Rangers break through. At 7:50, it's Frankie Vetrano from Adam Fox. It's Vetrano's 4th of the year. That gives the Rangers a 2-1 lead. It was a gorgeous goal. Just beautiful. The passing was incredible. And he ripped it. So that made it 2-1. But not long after that, the Lightning respond. It's Palat at 8:32 from Cirelli and Stamkos. So the Lightning do a good job of responding. It's 2-2 now. So it's like, all right, Tampa's hanging in there. Well, then not long after that, it's Hedl with a gorgeous goal from Kakko and Lafreniere. And that makes it 3-1. Or 3-2. 3-2. Not 3-1, 3-2. And again, the majority of the play is in Tampa's end. And leading up to this one, Tampa, they'd get possession. They couldn't get it out of the zone. They tried to flip it up out of the zone. And one of the Ranger defensemen literally jumps up in the air, grabs the puck, puts it down. It's 5-on-5. It's even strength. You wouldn't have thought that, though, sitting and watching it, because you're thinking, okay, it's 5-on-5, but where it literally was looking like a power play for New York. They're moving the puck around, and they're getting some good shots, and then finally, Hedl again, his second goal of the night, his 7th of the playoffs at 15:43 from Miller and Lafreniere. That makes it 4-2, and that place is rocking. I mean, Madison Square Garden, that arena is just, I mean, I would have loved to have seen a decibel level in there. That place was loud. And this is like, I mean, we're seeing this and we're like, what's going on? I thought this was supposed to be the goalie battle. We were supposed to have the big offensive battle in the Western Conference final. This was supposed to be the defensive goalie battle. Not so much in this game. So the second period ends, and the Rangers are up 4-2. And we go into the third period, and the Rangers basically put it out. They put it out of reach. At 30 seconds of the third period, it's Panarin from Kopp and Trouba, and it's just Vasilevsky just doesn't have it tonight. I mean, this is similar to what the Toronto Maple Leafs were doing to the Lightning in the first round. So that makes it 5-2. And then Tampa starts getting sloppy. They take a penalty, and Zibanejad makes them pay. At 6:06 of the third, a power play goal, Zibanejad from Panarin and Fox. That makes the score 6-2. And Tampa's honestly controlling the play in the third period. Igor was on. I mean, you weren't getting anything by him. It was the complete opposite of what Vasilevsky was like tonight. Shesterkin was a wall. This is why he's gonna win the Vezina Trophy this year, because he's damn good. So, the Lightning, they're getting frustrated, and right there toward the end of the game, we start getting we start getting some fists flying. It gets a little punchy, little punching, grabbing, stuff like that. And of course, Reeves and Maroon, they start going at it. And I don't know how smart it is for the linesman to get in between those two when they're trying to rain haymakers down and the linesman's in between them. Not a smart idea for the linesman to do. But yeah, the Rangers win game 1, 6-2. This is the first series lead the Rangers have had this entire playoff. They fought from behind in the other two series. They were behind in each one of them. They looked fantastic tonight. And, it could be that Tampa just, they had some rust, and they didn't necessarily have it. I wonder if it's, they didn't necessarily have it, or it's just the Rangers just completely, took it from them and showed that they were the better team. They were definitely the better team tonight. And the Rangers know they can beat these guys. They played 3 times in the regular season, and the Rangers won all 3 of them. So the Rangers know that they can win, that they can beat the Tampa Bay Lightning. Whether they can do it for the rest of the series, we'll find out. But Tampa's got to come out in game 2. They got to look a lot better than they did tonight. Vasilevsky especially has got to look a lot better than they did tonight. And honestly, Tampa, they haven't lost back-to-back playoff games since 2019. So I'm fully expecting them to come out with something to prove in game 2. Vasilevsky's definitely going to need to be on his horse, so to speak. He's gonna have to turn into that wall that he's been, because if you're Tampa, with the way the Rangers played tonight, you do not want to fall behind 2-0. I understand you'd be going back home, but this is why you've got home ice advantage. And it's weird, a lot of time home ice advantage doesn't mean a whole lot. Home ice advantage has meant a lot to some of these teams. The Rangers, especially. This is the 8th straight playoff home game that the Rangers have won. So, they're looking pretty good on home ice. I mean, the last time they lost a game on home ice was game 2 of the Pittsburgh series. So, I mean, that's pretty darn good. And yeah, I mean, what a game for the Rangers, what a game for Shesterkin, and just an incredible performance by the New York Rangers. The shots ended up favoring Tampa. It was 12-8 Tampa in the first. In the second period, the Rangers came out, and this is when the Rangers basically took the game over. Was in the second period. They outshot Tampa 17-10 in the second period, and scored 3 times. So that was a big period for them. And then the third period, Tampa comes out and they outshoot the Rangers in the third 17-9, for a total of the Lightning with 39 shots, the Rangers with 34. The power plays, not a lot of penalties. Not a lot of penalties in the game tonight. Tampa went 0 for 3. The Rangers went 1 for 2. So, I mean, referees let them play. And the story here, the story of this game, Vasilevsky, he only stopped 28 of 34. So he's got to change that around for game 2. Shesterkin, he's just got to keep doing what he's doing. He stopped 37 of 39. He looked fantastic. And yeah. So Tampa's got their work cut out for them come game 2. They need to find a way to get through these guys. I mean, the Rangers, I mean, they just seem, I mean, they were down 3-1 against Pittsburgh. They came back to win. They'd won, the home team won every game in the series against Carolina, and then the Rangers won a home game. It's almost like, it's kind of like, the Rangers, the further that they go, the better they seem to get. They're looking fantastic right now. They're up 1-0. And yeah, they've got Tampa. They got Tampa up against it right now, even though it's only 1 game. Man, oh man. I think the Rangers looked at what Toronto was able to do, and they're like, hey, we can do that. So Tampa's got to come out in game 2, and they've got to find a way to win game 2. They got to keep that streak alive of not losing back-to-back playoff games. But yeah. And, of course, the 3 stars were Hedl, Vatrano, and Zibanejad, according to the NHL app. No issue with any of those. I mean, Panarin maybe instead of Vatrano. I mean, Vatrano had a goal and an assist. And, I mean, Panarin also had a goal and an assist. So, I mean, you could have put Panarin, either Panarin or Vatrano. You could have put either one. But, yeah, the Rangers looked fantastic. And what do you guys think? How did you guys sit and watch game 1? Did you enjoy it? What did you think about the Rangers coming out and putting up a 6-pack on Andrei Vasilevsky? And, how'd you guys enjoy it? Do you think the Rangers can keep this going? I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on that. And if you're new to the channel, I'd like to welcome you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And yeah, if you did, hit like and subscribe down there. I would greatly appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. And like I said, if you're new, I'm a huge hockey nut. This is what I love. This is my passion. Jersey talk, hockey news, little reviews like this. It's what I enjoy. I love it. This is the sport I've been passionate about since I was a little kid. And so, hopefully you guys will, if you're popping in, hopefully you enjoy the videos. And yeah, if you do, hit like and subscribe down there. And I'll see you guys again soon.